Hello everybody, and welcome back from your break. And this is the actual time of the presentation where I want to actually practice all these techniques that I've been talking about. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the simple stretches and a correct sitting posture so you can see how I perform it. And after that we'll all practice together and then I can perfect, I guess, your sitting posture. So let's first talk about bad sitting posture. Normally at work, your sitting posture is, or at school, um, your sitting posture is hunched over, your neck is kind of forward, kind of jutted forward, and this promotes a few bad things. First of all, the shoulders in the front become tightened, and the shoulder muscles in the back become weak, and then your neck muscles in the back become tight. So all this happens when you sit like this for a long period of time, and your abs become weak, and your hip flexors, which we talked about earlier, become tight. So normally, if your mother said, "Oh, sit up straight," you sit up straight, arch your back. However, this is not exactly a good sitting posture because you're over exaggerating the movement. So you're actually putting more strain on your lower spine, and because you're pulling all these muscles back, and then they're working all day trying to hold this position. So a correct sitting posture is it's it's relaxed. You have a straight back, and your shoulders should be at your side. They shouldn't be hunched, just upright. Don't over exaggerate your chest. Just nice and straight. Um, your eyes should be level with your monitor. So if your monitor is too high or too low, I want you to adjust the screen. Um, I want your wrist to be at a level surface. So not up here. I don't want you typing up here or typing down here because again, this will promote the forward posture. So at a nice level surface. And then I want your knees to be in line with your hips. So I don't want your knees to be up here, or I don't want your knees to be down here, like straight leg. So this is pretty much your correct sitting posture. It's very relaxed, very normal. The key to this is just remembering to do it throughout the day because we find ourselves getting tired and fatigued, so you just gradually slouch down. So just remember, sit up straight, and eventually it becomes easier. So the next few things that I want to practice are the different stretches that you can do throughout the day that'll help relieve some of the tension. The first one is for your neck. It's simple. You have muscles here, muscles here, muscles here. And basically when you're doing a stretch, you're just pulling that muscle. So when you go this way, you're pulling this muscle. And I just want you to hold it for 30 seconds and then switch to the other side. Feel a good stretch and then go forward. Feel a good stretch in the back. And you can do this as many times as you want. If you want to do it for longer than 30 seconds, feel free. The next one is shoulder rolls. Usually, when you're typing all day, you kind of get like this. It's really uncomfortable. So every once in a while, every 30 minutes or so, just roll those shoulders back. 10 times back, really easy, and then 10 times forward. Yep, exactly like that. The next thing I want you to do is shoulders and arms. What you can do is you can just stretch out your back. Just take a break and stretch out your back, and this will lead into your chest. So I want you to pretend like you're hugging someone. You're about to give someone a huge hug. Just reach it out for them, and you'll feel it. Once you start doing stretches, you'll feel it all throughout here, and it's stretching all of those muscles that become tight from sitting incorrectly. So you hold this for 30 seconds. Just stretch, 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 stretch. The next thing that is really useful is sometimes when people work at a computer all day, they develop what's called carpal tunnel syndrome. And this is when the nerve that runs through this little tunnel in your wrist becomes tightened and inflamed by all the other muscles and tendons that are running through it. So every 30 minutes, just take a little break, you know, and roll your wrist 10 times in one direction. Very simple. And then 10 times in the other direction. Okay? Very easy. And it helps relieve, again, some tension in your hands. You're typing all day. So just take a break and, take care of your body. The next thing is just wrist. You can roll your ankle around too. 10 times in one direction and then 10 times in the other direction. And this will really help relieve tension that you have. It's really relaxing. The next thing, it's not really so much stretching, but it's strengthening. A lot of the time when you're sitting all day, your butt muscles actually become stretched, and then your abs become weak. So what I want you to do is just perform an isometric contraction. It's basically you're not really moving, you're just kind of tightening. So you tighten your abs and hold that for 30 seconds. Same thing with your butt. Just tighten your butt up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And this will help to kind of delay that, muscle loss that you could get from sitting incorrectly. And then the last thing is what we like to call muscle pumps of your calves. So I just want you to rock, your toes back and forth. So it's like this. And this will help to promote circulation in your legs, and it will also help just get a good stretch in your calves. And that's it.